What's up, guys? It's Ben here from North Carolina. You know, I've been traveling for over a week and I'm just getting back into town right now. It is a beautiful morning. Check it out. The sun is coming up and we just had Tropical Storm Elsa move through and drop a ton of rain in the area, and I think the land, the grass, the trees all look happy. Perfectly still this morning. I'm getting ready to get up in the air. My buddy Ken is going to join me in just a moment. Come check out this flight. Guys, let me show you what I do here for fuel. I know people use all different things, avgas, they treat their fuel. Someone told me at the very beginning to use ethanol-free fuel, and that's what I've done. Use Amsoil Sabre, and that's just the only thing I've ever used. I know Viterazzi may prefer for you to use something different, but if I were to mix this at 50-to-1, I need 2.6 ounces, and I have 2.5 gallons of fuel here. I need 6.5 ounces of Amsoil. I have 18 in here, and I see there's a 12 on there, so I'll just pour that amount in. Perfect. Alright guys, so here's the question that I get almost more than anything else. People ask me, how do you bring your selfie stick up in the air to get those front facing views? I use the GoProMax. This is a 360-degree camera. I actually have it on the Insta360 selfie stick, which is the best selfie stick I've found. It extends to just about 4 feet long, and it folds up to be about a 1 foot long selfie stick, and you need a few more inches for the camera if you're going to leave it just like this. I throw it in this little chest mount bag here. Use this, I just sit on the stick, and I'll show that to you in the air. I'm just looking at this wet wing thinking, man, better go hard on this takeoff so you don't blow it. Got a bunch of fuel, should be able to stay up for a couple hours today. Right now it's 7:12, so I could stay up till 9:12. Let me start my app. Fly sky high, fly. Here comes Ken. Good inflation. He's got it. Taking his time. Well done, bud. I wish I could tell him, and maybe I'll send him a text. I think I want to stay nearby today. So I've been using the app Windy to get a general wind forecast for the near future, for the, let's say the next week. When I get closer to my flight time, I look at the website briancarlton.com. I think it's a balloonist website, but they have wind forecasts at all different altitudes, and it seems to be fairly accurate. I should say it's always kept me safe. I've never seen good conditions on the app and gone up and then found it to be gnarly later on. I will say though, there have been a few times when I stayed away from my flight because I thought the wind would be too strong, and then I looked later on and the conditions were perfect on Ryan Carlton and looking out my window at the trees. So now I kind of take everything with a grain of salt. It feels really good down low today, but there's some wind up high, and that's exactly what was predicted on Ryan Carlton's signal. Please consider subscribing to this channel and hit that alarm to get a notification. I'd love to just fly right through this canyon of trees here, but I don't know what's on the other side. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit of wind at altitude, but down low it's been super smooth, and I gotta be thoughtful about that because it could change. So I was saying earlier, guys, one of the questions I get asked the most is, how do you bring a selfie stick up on your flight? And I've experimented with this. Other people prefer to use these methods. Some people hold it in their hand as they take off. But you have a lot of things in your hands. You have your brake toggles, your throttle, your A-lines. So that's probably not ideal. You could end up creating a problem for yourself. I've seen people fix it to their harness or their swing arms. I actually like to put it in this little chest bag. This works best. I've tried some of the others. I've attached my selfie stick to the swing arm, and you get that slight vibration that makes the entire video a little bit like jelly. So I ditched that, use this. See, look at this. I climbed up to avoid trees, but now I can't penetrate. Look at this beautiful home. My goodness. I've got a lot of trees between me and home. Look at that awesome property. Condominium. It is strange. Look at this. There's no wind, no ripples on this lake. But you definitely have wind at higher altitudes, maybe even like 400 or 500 feet. Guys, if you're interested in learning more about paramotors, make sure you check out some of the shows and podcasts that are published every week. I'll drop some links down in the description. Ken just landed here. Actually missed his land. Check in with him and have a little debrief on the flight. I guess he'll bring his truck over here. I wasn't even penetrating. I was like, oh wow, it is strong up here. And when I got back, I was like, I might just land if the wind is going to be building. And I flew over the sod farm and I looked at the lake. There wasn't even a ripple. So then it gave me confidence, and then I kept flying, but I didn't go above like 200 feet if I could help it.
Yeah, about every time I got to pushing the 300 range, that's when I started feeling it. If I would drop down about 250, 200 or less, it got better, and of course you drop down to the ground, it got nice. Yeah. Oh, another thing that was interesting, because we know the wind was coming from the north, and yet I'm flying over 218, somebody had a like a fire pile in their backyard, and the smoke that was going up was actually drifting back towards, slightly, towards the north, and yet you get up a little bit and the air's
Yeah.
going that way, and it's like, well, how does that happen?
Yeah, and
So-
that's the stuff that scares me, is when
Yeah.
you have two different layers moving in different directions.
Yeah.
Because if you go between them, you could really, yeah.
I think it's gentle enough to where it's, you know, a day like today, not an issue, but you never know.
But yeah, it was a good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for supporting my channel, checking out this video. Enjoy this closing sequence when I fly through these pretty fields. I'm so fortunate to be able to do this. But we all have a lot to be thankful for. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you make someone else's week by doing a random act of kindness for someone else. You have no idea how that's going to uplift someone. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.